Ben? You want to talk to Mr. Richards? Well?
I got to score some steroids.
You look pissed, Ben. Believe me, you got every right to be. But hey, will you just let me explain? This is television, that's all it is. It's nothing to do with people, it's to do with the ratings. For 50 years, we've told them what to eat, what to drink, what to wear. For Christ's sake, Ben, don't you understand? Americans love television. They wean their kids on it. Listen, they love game shows, they love wrestling, they love sports and violence. So what do? We give them what they want. We're number one, Ben. That's all that counts. Believe me, I've been in the business 30 years.
Well, I haven't been in show business as long as you have, Killian. But I'm a quick learner. So I'm going to give the audience what I think they want.
Bastard. Drop dead.
I don't do requests.
I just looked at it. Dude, I was working on the rest of this thing. Ray's Tech Tips.
Well, that hit the spot.
This is posted on Friday.
Well, there's screws here.
Yeah.
So put the screws
Would
back.
you just count the rivets?
Oh my God, yeah, look at all of them.
Tell them what we're going to show them here tonight. Besides, I don't know what else. What is our intent for this week's episode?
I don't know, I guess you said you wanted to show people how to do rivets on ramps.
Okay, what did I get myself into here?
I got 2 ramps here. This one's a Judge Dredd.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's got rivets on it.
Yeah.
Well, when they make ramps, a lot of times you get this. If you're even lucky to get this.
Yeah, they put the flap on, and that's it.
Because sometimes you don't even get that.
Well, okay.
Good point is the Judge Dredd ramp.
Yeah, well, that was NOS though, right?
It don't have a flat. It doesn't matter. I don't care what it is.
Well, that's why it's empty. Like the Scared Stiff ramps, they were fully. They were all everything that needed to be riveted was done.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of it, and it was all done. But that being said, I'm just happy it's available.
Yeah.
Or not. If it hadn't been available, I wouldn't have had to do this job. I'd have skipped the whole job, and the police force would have been fine the way it was, right?
I see.
Shooting it to the moon again. Over this entrance being busted up.
Well, first thing you want to do is some of these you need to take pictures of. Like this one could go this way.
Okay.
So that's what I do first. I take pictures of the parts that are on it, you know.
Because you're going to have to drill out, and you're going to drill all the rivets out in one
this
shot.
This obviously goes on only one way. And maybe this, but I'll take a picture of this. And this could go on both ways if you don't remember. And once you put it on, it's kind of hard to do.
Okay. Well, push buttons on your phone.
So that's the first step. If you can, take a picture of what you're doing. Just for reference.
If you say so. That's all. That slows me down. I'd rather do it twice or 3 times.
You'd be surprised when you do this, how much.
How quickly you forget what you just did. Yeah. It just happened with the rest of the whole play field.
Well, anyway, what you want to do.
Wow, that needed a ramp, right? I'm glad we're doing this, because that looks like somebody else's, what somebody else would sell, right?
Right.
That ain't what we sell.
Most likely it was. Left over from somebody else. Right?
That must have been.
This is my other ramp project.
Neat. It's a throwback, right? I bought that ramp, what, 5 years ago, and then I sold it, and now it's back.
Is it the same one?
That's the same one, yeah. That's the one I got from overseas. That's how I know what it is.
Wow, cool.
I bought two to save on shipping since they were coming from wherever, Germany or wherever they were coming from. They came from PSPA, I think. That's where I got them. So Australia. And I'm like, well, why am I going to get one? Can't get these anywhere else. So I put the other one on eBay, and Bill M bought it.
This is the tape you need to get.
Yeah, we're not using it. Right.
Your ramp has decals that don't come with it and you have to reuse.
Okay.
Like this is a good example because you don't get decals with it and you have to reuse them.
We were going to show that, and we will, but not this time.
That's all part of the ramp thing though.
Okay.
Alright. First thing you want to do is get these rivets out. Now there's a couple ways to do it.
Now let me see if you do what I do. It's nice and warm in here, right?
Yeah, well, I got heat. Right?
And there's room to walk around in here. I just saw you walking around in here.
You know, you got to figure it out. I got heat and it's wintertime and I'm using it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Does that make sense yet?
Sure. No? Yeah. When did you get room to walk around in here?
I'm working on moving stuff out to the new garage.
When did you have time to do that? You on the road today?
Yeah.
Did you fix anything?
Yeah, three pieces. 8-ball Valley early, a Paragon Valley early, and a jukebox.
Okay.
A Rockola 448.
Ew. What?
That's early.
Is it?
Yeah.
448? So that's older than like the Princess that we had.
Yep.
Or and the Tempo. It's older than the Tempo. Wow, okay, neat. Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not, because the 400 series was a full-size console. Them other ones were little miniature jukeboxes. They all started with a 1, like a 14.
Oh, 1460. Yeah, the Tempo was
a different series.
1468 or whatever. Yeah, okay.
This plays 80.
So what was it? A 70s box?
Yeah, probably 77, 8.
Blech. I think I've come to the conclusion that I hate all jukeboxes.
Yeah, you had a good.
I've seen, you know, if I ever see another jukebox, I've been saying that, and they keep showing up.
You had a good bout with one the other week, didn't you?
I fixed one the other day. I don't even know why I bothered, but I did.
Okay.
Didn't I?
Yeah.
Figured out what was wrong with it, and I fixed it.
Yes, you did.
Mike's Tech Tips.
You gonna start it?
No.
Anyway.
Okay, well, I finished the Hollywood Heat today. It's done, except for the side rails and the lockdown bar. That's
This
it.
is a 3/32
Ooh, punch them out.
punch.
Okay.
Now, the other school of thought is to drill it. However, if you drill it out, these brass rivets are soft and they tend to bite in a drill, and then they start spinning. You get nowhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, you can take a sharp drill bit and do it by hand.
Okay.
But I found out that no matter how you do it, it's just too much work.
Okay, I drill them out.
Yeah, these are brass. I used to drill them out. I don't anymore.
Okay.
What I do is I take my hammer and a punch.
Well, I'm going to learn something.
You want to have a 3/32. Don't use an 1/8. An 1/8 is too big.
3/32 punch.
Yeah, and the reason for that is you want to leave the lip expand around the metal so it comes through. Know what I mean?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No, that part made no sense to me.
Okay, and then you got.
I have an extra hand. Would you like
hold
it?
that.
Okay, I got this part right here.
If I don't have extra hand, I usually just prop it up.
Well, when you're working on your pinball machine, you should have a helper.
Should?
Sure. I didn't really see what happened there.
Well, I punched a rivet out.
I guess you did. The cameraman's getting an F on our video team. I don't know, Ray. Sometimes I wonder if we know what we're doing. How many rivets does this have again?
You counted 9, I guess.
No, I think I came up with 11 or 12.
11 or 12.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, you, Ray? You fucked up the old ramp. I was going to sell that.
Were you? They're often too brittle to sell. Now, what happens?
Some other guy made me sell put some piece of shit ramp on the other day.
What happens if you do this, though? Sometimes you bend the metal.
Okay, well that's...
So, and if it's a piece of metal that shows, like this doesn't.
Okay.
If it is a finished piece of metal, then you don't want to, like this one, you don't want to do this too.
Okay.
So what you got to do first, since the rivets are pretty sturdy, you want to get a good drill bit set. I like using this. These are my best friends. I got a set of these for my truck.
Okay. I'd have drilled it from the get-go, but okay.
No.
Well, I would have.
Because these were loose and they were spinning. How do you hold it?
I don't know. I've been through that fight, but you know I win about half the time.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fancy looking drill bit set. What is that?
Well, it is.
Neat.
What are these things? These are, you know, I forget what they're called.
Oh, that's a shame because that's a nice looking set. Heavy
They're
duty.
not tungsten. I think they're, I forget what they're called. They're some kind of sprayed on hard coating.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so they're cheap.
No, that's a $300 set.
But you forget what it is. Did you get it at Harbor Freight?
No.
What are you doing? Okay, so you're starting it by hand.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'd have been on that with a drill, and I'd have been.
No,
I'd have had these.
it's spinning, Mike.
Is
How are
it?
you going to drill it? You can't.
I'd have stuck my thumb on there. That got really hot and burned myself.
You've done that already. Yeah. You have done that?
I drilled into my thumb. What are you talking about? You know I'm not supposed to work on these things. I got the Hollywood heat done. And I moved on to the stupid police force.
You keep saying that. I got to finish painting this. I didn't even start.
I see that. I want to get him back in. He wanted to buy a pen. I'm holding him hostage with his Hollywood heat, but not yet. I can't complain. It only been there a week.
Yeah, this won't take long to put a set of paint on it, like a primer coat and then a black paint set.
It'll make it look nicer.
And,
I played it. It's horrible.
oh, you done with it?
Oh yeah, it's done. Works good though.
Does it?
Yeah, I really like the ramp into the wall.
Does that really go into the wall?
Sure.
Does it hit it hard?
Gottlieb is something else. No. Like we were doing the taxi review and we were talking about the attention that went into like the music, the soundtrack in it and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that Hollywood heat, you know.
Nothing went into it.
No. And I'm looking, you know, like on this police force, you look and right there, they're on big plastics on the in lanes where like the designers and sound team and all, you know, the names of the people that designed the pin. How come you don't see that on a Gottlieb? They don't do it on Gottliebs.
They don't do that.
No. You can't find anybody's name on that thing anywhere. On that Hollywood heat, I can't find one name on it anywhere. Nobody wants to take responsibility.
Did they do it on their later machines, like the Stargate and all?
I don't know, but there's nobody wants to take responsibility for designing Hollywood heat, or the music, or the programming, or the playfield, or the artwork. It's so bad.
Pretty bad. Eh?
Yeah.
These are usually easier when the rivets are tight. But what I do is
Okay.
I take a bunch of material off, so it's not so hard.
Okay, so now you're gonna punch it,
Yeah.
and it'll let go nice and easy.
Yeah, it'd probably let go a lot easier.
Let me hold something.
If you want.
This whole ramp's going in the junk.
Yeah, hold that in.
Hold this?
Mm-hmm.
We should hire a production team.
See how much easier it went? And it didn't do anything.
Okay, nice.
So, then you can do it any way you want. I mean, I used to drill them out, and then they would actually melt through the ramp, and I would have a mess.
Yeah.
And then I would end up on there with the side cutters trying to get
Yeah.
bits out of here, and then I would have to grind it, and then I would make a mess out of it. So I found out this is the easiest way, just by hand, take some of the cup away from the rivet, and then just drive
Punch
it
it.
through. Yeah.
Okay.
Either way you want to do it, it takes time.
Check this out, Ray. On this one, they managed to put a decal between the ramp and the rivets, just to make it more interesting.
I use just a socket that just is bigger than
The size
rivet.
that you like, okay.
You can try this any number of ways you want, but I've done so many of these ramp rivet things. This is what I like to do. I can control what I'm doing, because I used to drill them out as well, but then I'd have a mess.
Did you ever drill your thumb
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, and then for a while there, I was taking a die grinder. I thought, oh, I can watch you.
Yeah.
I'll put my tungsten carbide ball tip on the die grinder. And then I ended up skidding across the metal, and
Fucking shit up.
yeah, and it still wouldn't let loose. So I found out that this is the way I can control it, and if you actually do what I did with the drill bit, you can actually save the old ramp without destroying it. You know, now that one thing I didn't do, I punched it and I broke it, but if I would have pre-drilled this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, well, this ramp was going in the junk anyway, so it's okay.
So there really isn't any, I don't know, there's no real reason to save it.
Okay.
But it is nicer to work controlled. You know.
Well, are there any open spots where we don't have to go through a decal, where we can show everybody how to
This one.
put the new rivet in?
This one.
Can we do that?
Yeah, sure, this one.
Sweet. Let's do that.
Okay, let me see if I can put it on right.
You know, if you make it look easy enough, I could just stick around and do the job myself and have the police force back together tomorrow.
Oh,
But you're gonna have to feed me, cause I ain't done 8 yet.
oh yeah, neither did I.
Like lunch or any. No, you know what? I take that back. I lied. I was so hungry, Ray, that I went at lunchtime. I don't know, 12:30, around lunchtime, and I got a small beef broccoli from the stinking, disgusting Chinese place. Yeah. Because I was working. I didn't want to leave, but I was starving too. So I did that. I'll pay for it tomorrow. Or tonight at 2 in the morning. Thankfully it was a small, so maybe I'll live. What for kit are you in over here?
It's an electromechanical kit. I think I got these from Steve. Here's a type of rivets. I guess these are called blind rivets if you're into that.
I'm sorry, what kind?
Blind rivets.
Blind.
Yeah. This is the same as this, I believe. Yeah, you don't use a rivet gun. The head is a finished head.
Aha.
I guess some people would use a rivet gun and be done with all this.
Really?
It would look kind of weird though. because you know rivet gun rivets have a hole in them because that's how they pull them tighten up. So if you do that, then they would look like crap. But they do make 3/32 rivets.
Ah, they would look like this mess over here. I saw it on the Dread somewhere.
Oh yeah, this is
Somewhere.
Yeah, up there. See it?
No, but I did see it before on this Dread ramp. Just walking by it, I noticed it.
Yeah, right here.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get it.
Okay, that's fine. I know I saw it. That thing's Repair City, man.
Yeah, I think they did it.
Wow, that's so ugly, you can't even tell.
This is interesting. They did it backwards here. And that was from the factory.
Oh, nice.
You know, I don't know what somebody was doing
That's
here.
just spooky.
This is all weird.
Good luck with that. It ain't on there, Ray. How about these here? No, they're normal.
Yeah.
All right.
I have seen it before.
We were both seeing things.
Yeah, I have seen it before.
That looks like a nightmare.
What, that ramp?
Yes.
Yeah. I think it is.
Be careful with that NOS one. It's going to be brittle.
Yeah.
It really is. I hate NOS ramps.
That's why I had it sitting on the flat bench here till I get to it.
You got a choice between NOS or reproduction. Please go reproduction. NOS ramps are trouble.
Well, they're thin and they're brittle.
Yeah, I'm tired.
The aftermarkets are thicker and they're new plastic. I think they use a better polycarbonate.
Yeah, I think they do too. Deliberately. Alright, so is that going to fit in your hole?
Yeah.
The reproduction ramp is not necessarily perfect with holes in the right place or all that stuff either, Ray, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
There was a plastic in the plastic set that was missing a hole entirely.
Oh, you have to punch it?
Yeah, I drilled it.
Okay.
Missed my thumb. Okay, so you put it together.
Mm-hmm.
That's not rocket science.
Yeah, well, you have to have 10 hands. Okay, now I gotta get my...
That's a pretty big toolbox there, Ray.
Mm-hmm.
For a hobbyist.
That weighs a lot, that thing.
Okay. I see that you need more hands.
Yeah, well,
and I'm not being
when I
much
do it
help.
myself, I usually have this set up already.
Okay. Sorry, I'm rushing you.
Okay, this is a support for the rivet.
Okay.
And you got to use this first to flatten the head out, or put a little cone shape on it. Okay.
Okay.
And can you hold that?
I can hold it right where I am. I see the
Now
cone.
keep in mind you don't have to put a lot of force on these. They're brass,
Okay.
so you don't want to kill it. And actually, I'm going to set the second one before I sight touch.
Okay, I can understand why.
So then you get your other rivet.
But you can explain why if you feel like it.
I dropped one. I wonder where it went. Takes about 10 minutes to do a set. By the time you take it off and put it back on, so don't be in a hurry.
Yeah.
And if you have 9, it's probably a good hour.
You're setting the other one so that if and when it goes tight, you don't have to wing it around and mess with it.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you flared them out,
They'll stay put
yeah. Now you just want
when you
to flatten it.
when you whack them.
That's one.
Nice.
Okay. Flip.
Neat.
That's what finished.
Why don't you just put screws in there like everybody else does, and nuts and screws, and use mismatched wood screws and sheet metal screws? Put them in there. Come on, man. That's what everybody else does.
I could
do that.
I could use drywall screws. These rivets are available from Steve.
Okay, pinball
three lengths.
resource.
I use the little ones to go through the ramp and this.
Depending on the thickness of what you're trying to mount.
The next size is this here. I think these are 1/8 and these are 3/16, and these are 1/4 inch, and then I even have 1/2 inch. And then I keep the backer washers from old ramps in case I need them and they're missing.
Okay.
You know, what I would do for an old ramp is drill a rivet. I'll keep the backup washers because
sometimes you don't need them, and they're.
And I don't know if you can buy them. I don't know.
They're a little specialty size or small. I'm sure you can get them right.
And I usually wash the metal before I put it back on because it's usually dirty. I usually clean it off with soap because
That makes sense.
Yeah, it makes it cleaner when you do it. And, you can do the metal that doesn't involve decals, but you don't want to put the metal on before the decal.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is you don't want to do this wrong. Take your time, because if you do it out of order, then you've got to work with a new ramp and track stuff.
Yes.
It's a problem. And this stuff's expensive.
Yes.
So
it was another investment into improving this police force, which is a nice police force.
I don't always go to the vise because it doesn't sit flat, and you got to hold things big like this. If I'm going to do this on a bench, I'll do it on my wooden bench, and I will actually make up metal. And then it'll sit on the bench, and it'll just sit right like here, and you can control it. That's kind of awkward. That there.
Okay.
You know, I have all kinds of metal tubing and spacers and stuff, and that's what I would actually do. Is make up stuff to do this, and I would do it flat on a bench because it's too hard to hold these big ramps, and the punch, and the metal, and the rivet. You know, in a manufacturing environment, they got a press that holds the rivet.
Yeah, it comes through in some sort of jig.
And they position this, and they just put it in the machine and it hits it. You're done in seconds. But you don't have that out in the field after manufacturing. You got to do it manually. And however you want to get the rivet out is up to you. I mean, they are soft. I found the best way is to do it with whatever them drills are. I forget what they're coated with. You can get the same thing in a tungsten carbide. They're metal hydrate, I think they're called. They're sprayed with some. They're sharp, very sharp. Them drill bits are sharp.
How sharp are they?
Yeah, I mean, they're the sharpest drill bits. Well, they're not quite as sharp as these. And if you're into
There's 2 megas still in here. How come they haven't found their way to the trash yet?
they're Billies.
Oh, they're bills.
Precision twist drill.
What?
Now these are carbide tipped, and a drill bit like this costs about 20 bucks. And if you look at it, you can see the little insert.
I can't, but okay.
See it?
Nope. Yep.
Very sharp. This will drill through tool steel. You can drill through glass. This stuff is very sharp. You can. It won't shatter anything. It's very sharp.
It will drill through glass.
Yes, it'll drill through any
hard
metal.
I don't.
This will drill through
drill through glass. Nice.
grade 8 stuff. Yeah, this is very sharp.
What are you doing with that?
I used to use it in automotive. Machine stuff. Transmissions that you saw out there have forged grade 8 parts.
Well, I haven't about had it with this pinball shit.
You gonna get into cars again?
Let's do
you
cars.
had it with cars
Let's
too.
do cars again,
well,
man.
You don't know what you want to do.
You did cars before. Let's do cars again.
Yeah. This is something. This is something Steve sells. I got a set of these.
A set of what is it? Punch?
Yeah, and I've tried to use these, and I get mixed results. This is the little one. Here's well, it's the same. And there's a set of these things. The thought here is, and I tried it. They just don't work. I had a set of them. The thought here is, if you see the shape of this,
It's got a little.
actually got a dimple and a flat.
I see it.
This is supposed to flare the rivet out,
Now that ain't gonna work.
and it's supposed to flatten it.
Finish it.
Do you know what it does?
It doesn't do either. It flattens
actually-
it.
no,
it
this
flatten
look-
mushes it.
Yeah, it splits it. Did you see
I can
this?
see it's the wrong shape.
Yeah, did you see how this stayed together?
Okay.
And it's not split? It's still round. It's just flattened out. If you use this, this actually takes it and splits it.
Does an ugly job.
Yeah, I tried every way to use these. I tried using them with just a little bit.
So don't buy
force to
that.
Start now. These don't.
You were just using standard stuff there. Standard punch set that would Harbor Freight's fine. A Harbor Freight
Yeah.
punch set,
You use.
and you can get away with a Harbor Freight drill bit.
You know, like I said, this is awkward. You can do something on a bench with metal. I have a solid metal round stock, so I make my own jigs.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah.
So you can do anything.
Well, with whatever you
But to
whatever you
condition-
got.
To condition the rivet to look like that and stay tight without a struggle, you want to use this center punch is all it is, and then whatever choice of width you want of this to
Standard
finish
punch,
it.
yeah.
So a two-step process gets you that nice rivet. That is supposed to do it in one step. It don't work. It ends up destroying the rivet, and it splits it, and it still ain't tight. And you can hammer the heck out of it, and you're going to break your ramp trying to get it tight because it'll float it. You can't tighten it. So they don't work. Now there's 3 different sizes of those. I tried every which one. They don't work.
Okay.
I'm sorry to say.
Don't
You
buy
have
that.
This does that nice job.
We don't endorse
And
that.
you see how nice and tight that is when
Looks
you're done.
it looks great.
Yeah.
I have a center punch that's you push on it and it's got some sort of spring on it and it goes.
Okay.
Bet that would work.
I like this. It's weird decals, man. Is that factory? It's like dark brown in the back.
I don't know. I would guess.
What is that, an antenna?
That just broke, man.
It's an antenna.
You broke
Look,
it.
I'm tuning it.
Would you fix that? We're down another piece on the floor, Ray. This machine is not usable.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm not going to watch any of this, and I think that's enough for the people, unless there's something else you want to tell them.
No, this is what I found to work best with ramps.
Okay, well, we explained that.
You can control getting the rivet out by hand with a nice sharp drill of your choice. If you don't have patience, get a drill out, but beware. Drills go too fast, and before you know it, you're into your finger, you're across the bench, you're down the ramp.
Warning, do not try that at home, even though that's still the way I do it.
Generally, when you start drilling one of them brass rivets, even if it's tight, it gets hot and melts the plastic, then it starts spinning. Now you got hell of a mess. And it still ain't out. So I don't do it anymore.
Okay.
If you do it slow, the rivet catch, or the drill bit catches on the soft brass rivet, and then it gets a little burr on it, and then it still spins, and you still don't have it out. So, and you can't hold the head of those rivets; they're flush. You can do what you want. I used to put my finger on it and try to hold it. No. So, as many as these as I've done. What was the last one you had me do? It had like
I don't
21 rivets on it.
I don't know. We're always doing these things. The worst was probably that NBA fast break.
That was it. That's the one I did in here. That had 21 rivets across 3 ramps. Tell me about that. That's not 9. That's sure not 9. So,
All right. Well, listen. That's enough.
as far as putting decals on, you know, you
Yeah,
just
well,
make sure this is clean.
That's enough part, Ray. That's enough means shut up.
Hey, I found my.
Shut up. Shut up. Listen, we'll do that next time. Next time we'll do ramp decals because they're tricky. Especially the saving the old ones and putting them on is tricky.
Yep. To get a good quality, we had to experiment to get a good quality.
Yeah, we've got it figured out. It's tricky, and we'll do that.
Your aftermarket decals just don't look good sometimes, so I had to reuse the old ones on the NBA. But anyway.
I'm done talking about that. Let's say see you next week to these people.
Okay, we'll see you next week. And we're going to do ramp decals.
Okay, or something else.
Okay. I want to show people how to do IC sockets.
Well, do that. You don't need me around for that.
Yeah, man, you got to film it.
All right, well, cool. Thanks, everybody.
Isn't it?
Oh, Jesus Lord.
Look at all of it. I can't even fit it into boxes.
I gotta go, man.
What the hell?
You gonna feed me? I'm gonna do all the rest of these stupid things on this stupid pinball crap. Bye for now, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep, stay tuned.
Our videos just keep getting more and more boring. I don't know why. There's only 11 minutes of footage left, though, so that whole ramp thing was way too fucking long.
Oh, you have to edit it.
Yeah, that means I have to look at it and decide where to splice it, and so I'll watch it 18 times to figure out where to splice it and have it stay coherent. Ugh.
I watched a movie I like.
You need to tell me about it.
It's called Escape Plan.
Who's in it?
Schwarzenegger and Stallone.
How old are they in this movie?
I would
Was
like
it
to
recent
see,
or something?
I'd like, yeah, 2013.
Oh my.
I'd like to see how they made it. No, I have to take a break.
Oh.
I like Arnold, man.
The whole thing was CGI, man.
Oh yeah, okay, maybe. Yeah. So they,
It was like in Running Man, right?
yeah.
Right, where they digitized his face onto a real whatever.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
Right? Okay, that's what it was. They did that.
It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I could watch it again.
All right, well, let's hear it. Let's
Escape Plan.
tell me all about it. Come on.
You,
You got a couple minutes. Well, what was the plot? Did you watch it?
yeah, the plot was this guy had a company, and what he did for a living was got put in maximum security penitentiaries, and he would escape.
What guy?
Stallone.
Okay.
And the name of his company was some kind of company that I forget what it was.
I Escape. Okay.
Yeah, something tricky. But he was hired by
Get Out.
the state penitentiary system, federal penitentiary system, to test and make sure there is no weaknesses in maximum security prisons.
Okay.
And he would always get out of them.
What's that pay?
It's kind of like a magic thing.
Was he rich?
No. Well, yeah, sort of, I guess. So then, toward the later, he escaped 7 in 1 year, and then they got hired from some kind of CIA person to escape from another prison. But they didn't know it, but somebody wanted him gone in the federal government, so they put him in there, and the plot was that he would never get out, and he was in there under an assumed name. That's what he would always go in as.
Mm-hmm.
And the warden didn't know, so his partner betrayed him and was trying to blackmail him into...
Sounds like Face Off.
yeah, it was sort of like that, yeah. So...
Face Off. You ever see Face Off? What a stupid movie that was. With what's his face and the other guy, John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
What a stupid movie.
Yeah, that's right.
So bad. Yeah, I'll just sew my face on this other guy.
Yeah, reaching a little bit there. This was...
Okay. This was better, huh? This was better than that?
Yeah, it was. So we're trying to watch it. It's on Encore.
I got no time for that shit. I gotta watch this.
Okay, well, with that said...
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Hi, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't already subscribed, what are you waiting for? Want to know what's coming next? Go like us on Facebook right now. You can keep up to date with all of us here at the shop and what we've been up to. Thank you for watching.